yesterday about Facebook, right? And like, don't be afraid to just DM people. Don't be afraid to use the digital world. And what an amazing time that we get to live in this world, that we get to connect with people. And during COVID, post COVID, like there, this is funny. There are, I don't know, what are they, Gen B now? Like, what generation is it now? But younger, I was listening to something and they were like, I didn't even know what Zoom was. Like, I thought people still used Skype before the pandemic. And all of a sudden, like, this Zoom thing was created. No, it was not created during the pandemic. Like, what a great time. I don't even know if Zoom's like a public company, but can you imagine if you had stocks in Zoom then? If it even is a public traded company. But I think every single person in this room, except for maybe my team, I have met through the digital space, and Cassie and Eddie. Let's see. Yeah. Raise your hand if you have met me or know me because of social media or the digital space or whatnot, right? And we built Agency by Design, our program that we have, same way. And 2 years ago, like I said, I didn't really have the community. I didn't really have the tribe. I didn't really have the friends. I didn't really have the things to lean on. And even in Las Vegas, I felt really lonely. And all the people I have today also came from digital connections. There are people in this room that I've worked with for over a year and a half that I just met 2 days ago for the first time. Right? Sure, I was like, yes. And it's incredible and it feels amazing. And so if you ever feel alone or you feel like this digital thing is weird and like it's not like online dating, but it kind of is for like your new bestie, it can absolutely happen. And then when we meet in person, it's like we've known each other for a long time. It seems just so natural. We had a retreat in March and ladies showed up. We were all hanging out in a hotel room for 2 days. And, you know, it was just like we've been friends for a really long time. It's amazing. Well, I have the most amazing clients. I'm not going to get emotional, but to say that they show up, they are the type of women that show up. They are the type of women that do, even when it's hard. They are incredible and they inspire me every single day, and I learn a lot from them as well. One in particular, though, has gone through such an amazing transformation. She is such an inspiration to all of us. And I could say the same for everybody. But last night, before she came to Las Vegas, I was like, guys, here's what we're going to do. Or ladies, I'm going to make her get a tattoo and I'm going to not tell her what it is. And so she agreed willingly somehow. I don't know how she did that. We ended up going to get this tattoo yesterday at my friend's tattoo place on the strip. And still, we get there and I'm telling the guy, I'm like, she doesn't get to see this. She doesn't get to know what it is. Like, here's where it's going. This is what it's going to look like. It's like, okay, when we get there, we're going to tell her what it is. Nope, we didn't. And I was like, okay, well, he has to trace it and then like put it on her body to make sure it's positioned where she wants it. And she's going to see it then. Nope, she didn't. Puts her arm out, covering her eyes. Nobody's telling her what this is. For me, I get to know them so intimately and hear stories and find out what's happening with them and show up and give them a safe space so that they can hopefully feel vulnerable with me. And when we do that, they feel safe and they can make these changes and they can do things that they never thought they could do before. Or they get through the roadblocks and they get through and have breakthroughs and they transform. And that's our queen bee role, for those of you that don't know what that is. But for those of you that do, it's basically the core thing that we want our business to do is to create transformation through their business and through their life. For me, I get to know them so intimately and hear stories and find out what's happening with them and show up and give them a safe space so that they can hopefully feel vulnerable with me. And so I don't want to tell you, I'm going to show you the tattoo, but I'm going to explain what it means because it means something. Sheena, can I actually have you come up here real quick? I know. I told her I was going to do it, though. This is Sheena, by the way. She is the canvas, if you will. I'm going to paint the picture. So we're at the tattoo place, and Sheena just got her arm up, and I walk over, and I'm like, don't let her see it. Like, she's like, I'm not looking. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to make sure you don't. And he positions it. He puts it on upside down. We're like, no, erase that. Turn it around. He repositions it, and everybody at this point knew what it was going to be. And they're like, okay, good. We got thumbs up from everyone. Raise your hand if you were with us last night. There was like 10 of us. Yeah. And he starts putting this tattoo on her, and we're recording it, and I'm still covering her eyes. She's getting a tattoo and doesn't even know what it is, okay? Like, for real. So she starts talking about something, and I'm going to have you repeat it real quick, if you don't mind.
So I was just saying, like, as I was laying there, I was saying, like, this is a major trust thing, and I've never trusted somebody that much in my entire life. And then I paused because I was like, all from somebody that I met on the internet. And I'm so against online dating, but I have to say, like yesterday, I lost it because I was sitting over there as the divorced lady was up here. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. Starts with an M. As, as Megan was up here, and I was sitting over here, and I scanned the room with my eyes. And 1 year ago, I would have been sitting against the wall, and I wouldn't have spoke to anybody. And I've spoken to every single one of you guys. Like I've came up and shaken your hands and said hi and introduced myself, and just that I've seen my own confidence grow because of my message with Cassidy, like 10 months ago or something. And so it's like my life has changed, and I can't even almost remember then. Wait, don't leave it, don't leave it. Oh, wait, I wasn't done. Oh. No, no, this goes back to the tattoo. You got to know this, okay? And first off, I've never spoken on stage in my life. Okay, so when I got a divorce last year, and I've been married for 17 years ish, and so like I felt defined by I was just a mom of 5 kids for so many years, and then I was get up here, and then I was just a wife, like I was just a wife, and then all of a sudden like I started feeling like now I have a business, and now I have all of you as my friends, and like I didn't have anyone a year ago in my circle. And you guys don't have to be in my town. You don't have to be in my city. You don't have to be the same industry, the same company, the same nothing. And like you're just my people now. And I know that I could call on so many of you in a second and you'd have my back. And so then Cassidy, the tattoo. So I don't. So Cassidy told me we had this heart to heart in Dallas, and it was like I don't have to just be one thing. I can be this and that. I can be all the things. I can be a mom. I can be a business owner, not a wife. Thank God. Anyway,
It's not just a message for Sheena. That is a message for all of us, right? We can be the mom, we can be the business owner, we can be sexy, and we can be smart, and we can, be skinny and eat the cheeseburger, and we can, I don't know what else, but we can do all the things. You don't have to be an or. We've got to start with the or, and we've got to switch it up with and. And she's had such an amazing transformation. It was funny when she first saw it, and she goes, "Does this mean and now what?" I was like, "Well, also, it's just like you've transitioned to a different place in your life, and now there can be more." So I just want to share that and just share that message with you.